Welcome to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the MarcWes Sports Podcast. Marcus Benjamin here, chilling with my guy Wesley Pierre, aka Westradamus, and we're gonna give you that real sports talk from the South Florida perspective. We gotta talk about the game, man. We gotta just talk about this bullshit ass game that happened. First of all, it just reminded me that the Miami Dolphins is cursed. You know what I'm saying? It was like it was a cursed situation from the jump. Like it just felt weird from the jump. That's why I was texting y'all boys. I was like, this shit is weird, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like got this creepy, eerie feeling to it. Because first series of games, Xavier Howard goes down. Then our center goes down. Going into the game, we didn't have Armstead, our starting tackle. We didn't have Hunt, who I really like as our starting guard. You know, so you're down basically three starters on the O line already, and you still trying to recover from losing Baker. Baker's on the IRs, a linebacker gone. Javon Holland, I don't think even played in this game. He was also out as well. So Miami was already kind of decimated by injuries in this one, and it was just the outcome was just so disappointing because this was a game that we were supposed to win. You know, we were supposed to win this game. We were supposed to win against the Jets and then roll the dice against Dallas, Baltimore, Buffalo. That was going to really decide if we was going to get home field. Now, Wes, my boy, I don't know if we're going to get home field. I don't even know if we're going to win the division at this point. And it's not because, I'm watching Talking Heads all day pretty much. And I hate the national narrative that talks about how, oh, it's Tyreek. It's all Tyreek. Yeah, Tyreek is a big part of this offense, obviously. He should be in the conversation for MVP, especially from last night where he wasn't in the game and we didn't win. But to me, the reason why we lost this game is what I just talked about. The O-line, bro. The O-line could not block for Tua. And that to me was the biggest difference in this game. The running game was good enough, it was good enough to, get some yards here and there. But the fact that you can't make a first down, you just needed to make one first down to basically end this game. You couldn't do it. Then you get down and you couldn't make it past the midfield line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a disappointing outing for me. And it confirmed for me, Wes, you probably not going to like what I'm about to say, but it confirmed for me that this team is not a Super Bowl team, bro. They're not a Super Bowl team. I hate to say that. Obviously, I'm Dolphins all day. You see the hat. You know what I'm saying? It's a new fresh one I just got, too.
It looks kind of fresh.
The belief is in me. It's in my veins. You know what I'm saying? But I can't believe that this is a Super Bowl team because they don't have the depth on offensive line to make a true run at this. If they're fully healthy, I think they are a Super Bowl team. If Tyreek is healthy, because Tyreek seemed like he's been kind of like hurt almost every game. Like you could tell like he's not really 100%. You could tell he's just out there giving it his all. But he's not 100%. And, Tua, I love Tua, man. Tua's a good quarterback, but he's not elite. He's not elite. He's not elite, bro. Like there's a few quarterbacks that I would say that's elite. I would say Patrick Mahomes, I would say Joe Burrow, and I would say Lamar Jackson. And then it comes down to maybe Jalen Hurts, you know what I'm saying? And maybe Dak Prescott at this point and at this year, at this stage, but like I don't put Tua in those conversation of quarterback. Now Josh Allen, like I think he's there with Josh Allen to me because I think Josh Allen is really elite. Well, maybe not until
I'll be recording
the
this shit.
interceptions come in. That makes him not elite for me. So with
Uh,
Tua, yeah, this is how I'm feeling right now, Wes, about the Miami Dolphins after
I'm,
that loss.
I mean, I'm feeling like you. I'm feeling like the typical fan. Like shit. I actually didn't see the last like minute and some change because I was fucked up. I was like I had lick in my system. I'm like I'm going through the highs, kind of like the celebration, the roller coaster. So yeah, it was a roller coaster for me. Again, us texting each other back, and I'm like, I hope we could just squeak out a damn field goal win. And it seemed like that was exactly what's going to happen. Of course, you say X-Man went down, but he came back. I just looked, and I know you're probably going to be like, damn, proving my point. Connor Williams out for the season, ACL. And we already know, like, ultimately, the strength of the Miami Dolphins is the O-line. You know what I'm saying? Because if you compare that to last year when we didn't have an O-line, you see right now, it's a 180 as far as how we actually pass the ball, as far as with the timing, this, that, and the other. I'm really just pissed off. Like, we shouldn't even must been in that situation. Everybody's talking about the referees these last few weeks, and I'm definitely going to talk about the referee today because that bomb that D-Hop had got on X-Man where he kind of grabbed his arm and basically it would have been an interception. He basically just grabbed his arm. Should have been offensive pass interference. They didn't call it. It was so blatant. Like, it's just like, how can you not see that shit? But then again, the people.
I think that's hard to see. I think that's hard to see in fast, time because I didn't. Did you see it? Did you see it when it happened in real time?
I swear to God, God.
I did not see it in real time. When I saw it in slow motion, obviously I saw
it in real time, and then I was like, that's probably not what I saw. And then they actually replayed it. And that's exactly what I saw. So looking at it, I'm just like, damn, that's one call that was blown. And it's not really much the referees. I think the defense actually, people saying we top 7 defense right now. We had no pass rush the second half of the game. We had them score and beat us, and we're up 14 points with like 4 minutes left. 3 to 4 minutes left. Like, who does that? That's kind of why I fell asleep. You know what I'm saying? Because once I seen that we're up that 14, you seen what I text y'all? Flawless victory. You feel what I'm saying? Right when I text flawless victory, I felt it was going to be the end of the night, and unfortunately, it didn't happen like that. I'm just so mad that they didn't call the horse collar on Tyreek Hill where he almost fucking broke his ankle, if not tear ACL as well. I mean, when I seen him on the floor, I told wife, I'm like, Tyreek injured, man. I'm over here having him sipping my cup outside, and it that right there took everything out of me. And from there, it was like the rest of the game was like some bullshit because I'm like, we're not getting first downs. We look like we're supposed to be the number 1 offense in the league, and we can't get a fucking first down. At the end of the day, I know what you're saying. Tua's not elite, but that's not what you were saying when the O-line was intact. For you to see the Jets and all these other teams, Daniel Jones, your other team from the Giants, not have an O-line and see what happened. This guy got injured. He's out for the season.
They just beat the Green Bay Packers last night too, so that's not a good with a backup quarterback. So that's probably not the best example.
But again, in the beginning, these last few weeks, the Giants been garbage. Right now, you have O-lines. Practically everybody on the O-line is gone. You're gonna have to have some time for them new individuals to gel, and that's what you get right now with the New York Giants winning yesterday. Okay, cool, perfectly fine. So right now, that's what I'm looking at, and I'm not as upset because it's still 9-4. We still get a chance to actually, contend for the first seed. Because again, who do we lose to? We didn't lose to nobody. Well, damn, it wasn't a division. Fuck.
What, Tennessee?
Yeah, they're in the AFC. They're not in AFC East, but they're in the AFC.
And they're not making the playoffs.
And they're not making the playoffs. But today, when I was, gave myself some time to kind of really think about it, because I actually found out we lost during in the nighttime, like maybe 2:30 in the morning. I went to go use the bathroom, and I made sure I checked my phone. I seen a 28-27. Automatically, I was mad. Couldn't go to sleep. Waking up every 30-35 minutes. Typical Miami Dolphins fan. And I was sleeping like a baby from 11:30 to that particular time. But I ain't really stunning it, man. I ain't gonna jump off the ship. I'm not gonna be like Marcus right now, man. You remember last time you did it, you jumped off the ship too early, man. Again, at the end of the day, everybody that was supposed to win last week or this last on Sunday and Monday, it didn't happen. KC lost with controversy on their game. You got the Dolphins that lost, controversy. You had the Eagles look like they're not even top 5 in the NFL, the way they got destroyed by Dallas. So I ain't really stunning it.
So where you rank the Dolphins right now then?
I still rank the Dolphins like top 3 in the AFC. If you're talking about you got Kansas City, you got the Dolphins, and who else? You got Baltimore Ravens. Everyone else I think is beneath us, I don't believe in the Jags. You've seen these last few weeks, they haven't been looking as great. I mean, their quarterback got a high ankle sprain, and even though he played, he was not the same guy. And, you got the Colts, and you got all these other teams that are around, make you want to feel like they're going to go somewhere, but we already know it's not happening. But for me, you look at it, this is going to happen. This is December. We all know this. We're just devastated right now because when it comes to Denver on December, we normally don't be on some thinking that we're gonna win. We know that the season's already up, and right now it's one game. It's one game, Marcus. It's one game.
It's not just one game, bro. It's not just one game, though, man. Because they play. See, I agree with you. I feel like there's only 2 teams that I would say that is, clearly above Miami at this point. And then Buffalo, to me, because we can't beat them, I think they right there with us as well, because who knows what happens when we play them again. When you look at the NFC, clearly San Francisco better. Clearly, I think right now Dallas better. And clearly the Eagles are better. So what does that tell you? It tells you we lost to them. Remember 31-17.
Yeah, but you tell me, it was a close game. It was tied, that bullshit ass fumble where they held Tyreek Hill up for all that time, and really,
right now they're a better team than the Dolphins. They got a better record, and they beat us. I can only judge on what I've seen and what has happened. Yeah, I believe you. I'm with you on the refs, like messing with us in that game, but I still feel like we are right where we
need to be,
where we thought we were going to be at the beginning of the season, right?
So what's the problem, Marcus?
But the thing is, it's like I've lost hope as far as let me finish. I've lost hope as far as getting to the Super Bowl. Like, there's no hope for me that this team is actually going to get to the Super Bowl because injuries are going to happen. You just lost your starting center. Your receiver can't stay healthy. Your tackle can't stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And your safety is in and out of the lineup. So it's, to me, you lost your linebacker, probably your best linebacker. For me, this team was probably on the cuffs of maybe making it to an AFC championship game. For me, this team's ceiling is winning one playoff game, and that's it. So I think you need more depth on the offensive line. Now you got to figure out what you're going to do with Waddle, because he's going to demand a big payday, and I don't think the Dolphins are going to pay him because they already paid Tyreek Hill, and they usually don't pay slot receivers anyway. We already seen what happened to Jarvis Landry a few years ago. So yeah, man, like, I believe in the Dolphins, of course, to win the division. I still think that's possible. I still think they can, win a playoff game. But as far as like those dreams that I had to maybe go to the Super Bowl and win it, I don't see enough depth-wise, and sorry to say, I don't see enough from Tua that will get us there.
Yo, let me kind of reel you back in because again, that's like, yo, I'm listening to you and I'm kind of like, yo, like, no, this is not what the fans want to hear because it don't sound like the truth. It sounds like more of
No, that's the truth. That's the realistic truth. You know,
man.
I gotta keep it real.
And okay, no problem. But to be honest with you, to say I ain't gonna lie, I am kind of looking at the Dolphins more so where it's gonna be a little harder for us to make it to the Super Bowl. But for me to be like, oh, I lost hope, like yourself, nah.
So you still think this team
The main reason why is because of the center. That's the main reason why, because of the center. You know, Liam Eichenberg, he's the backup, and I think the first snap is a goddamn fumble. Like, what are we doing over here? You know, and I kind of was been telling you that a few weeks ago about Liam Eichenberg. Yeah, he did look better. You know, he do look better. I'm not gonna lie, but again, at the end of the day, you know, your O-line got to be nice and healthy, and that's exactly why you had Teron Armstead not playing. He could have played. Robert Hunt could have played, but our coach is looking at the big picture, and if we wind up losing because you know, players that should have been actually playing wasn't playing because we're looking at the big picture, then I'm not really too mad at it. Yeah, I'm mad that we lost the damn game, but these are the type of losses that we want to happen during the season so they could kind of learn from those mistakes. That imagine it's a Super Bowl and we lost 28-27 and we got to wait till all the way next year to redeem ourselves. We just got to wait like 6 days. You feel me? When we play the damn Jets, and you know we're gonna redeem ourselves against the garbage ass Jets. You know what I'm saying? Of course, they did play well last week. I'm not gonna lie to you. They played well last week. Defense is always on point. But again, at the end of the day, they're the Jets. And the Jets losing teams find ways to lose. And to be honest with you, I don't want to use that against us, but you know, that's what the typical Miami Dolphins been doing. Yesterday was a product of what we've been saying. We've been cursed, and we are trying to find a way to redeem ourselves. It's 9-4. We're still number 2 in the league as far as number 1 in the league. If you're talking about offenses wise, haven't looked like that lately, but we're still number 1 in the league with that. Our rushing game is on point. I really think that we lost that game because we wasn't running the ball in the end of the game like we were doing the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter come. And we all we need is like 1 or 2 damn fucking first downs, like you said, and we're throwing the ball in the middle of the damn field. Nah, run the damn ball. And so for me, I ain't really worried about it. I am still mad. I'm like the typical Dolphin fan. You know, I'm a Tua. Tua didn't have a great game. The O-line didn't have a great game. The defense didn't have a great game. The D-line didn't have a great game. No pass pressures like
the D-line had a decent game until the end.
That's what I'm saying. And not just that. Come on, man. You can't tell me you don't feel some type of way about Chubb, you know, slamming his damn helmet on the damn floor. Everybody knows Pop Warner, high school, college, professional. You want to do that shit, go on the sideline. And not just that. You stopped him. It was like 3rd and 10. And he gained 5 yards. Who cares if it's 4th and 5? Get the field goal and call it a day. That led to the damn Henry touchdown. And that was like bonehead decisions. The University of Miami had that when Guidry did something going on the damn field and doing whatever he's doing. Like, yo, these are the boneheaded plays that we need to weed out. The Dolphins, we normally just lose. These few years, being a Dolphin fan, that's how we don't normally lose off of stuff like that, like a guy doing something like that. We just lost because we weren't a good team. We're losing now off of mistakes, shit like that. So for me, I don't think we're too far apart from being that top tier contender. I mean, everybody have bad games. I mean, Patrick Mahomes hasn't been looking like Patrick Mahomes all damn year. People gonna say it's the receiver, this, that, and the other. It don't matter. I don't want to hear that because they said that he didn't need Tyreek. He didn't need no wide receivers. He's like the new Tom Brady. Just put a new individual in, plug and play, and he's going to get that same guy. And he don't even look the same. The Kansas City Chiefs offense don't look the same. So, again, at the end of the day, we're not worried about regular season. We're worried about playoffs, something that we're never really able to get to. Maybe, but again, this will be our second year. And if we win that first playoff game, nobody's going to remember this damn game. If we win the Super Bowl, nobody really definitely not going to remember this game. What I'm looking forward to is seeing how we go ahead and redeem ourselves. Because every time we have a loss this year, we give you a few games that's winning, like 2-3 games that's winning. So, again, let's take this one loss. Hopefully they learn from this bullshit because it was some bullshit. And, yeah, it wasn't the referees. I'm not going to blame it on the refs, But, again, we for real. The referees had a factor in the beginning of the game. But it's one thing that you do something in the first half that we could redeem ourselves in the second half. Kind of like with the Kansas City when that play basically made them lose the damn game, even though it was the right call. But, again, at the end of the day, I ain't worried about it. For me, it's water under the bridge because at the end of the day, we're still number 2 in the league. In the AFC. We still have a better record than Kansas City and some of these teams that you feel is better.
I'm glad you positive, man. You got this positive outlook on things.
Yes,
saying glass half full West over there. But I'm going to keep it real, man. I'm going to keep it real right now. If Miami plays with the players that they played with last night for the rest of the season, they're probably not going to win another game.
Oh, I feel you though. But
they're
again,
probably not going to win another game, bro, because this O-line, it's the O-line. I'm not even putting it on Tua. I'm not even putting a Tua. Still, to me, franchise quarterback, still a quarterback you can win a Super Bowl with, but he needs a pocket. Because he's not the most mobile quarterback in the world. We saw him run yesterday a couple of times, and he looked shaky, bro. He looked shaky trying to run the football. And that one time where he took a big hit, it had my heart drop for a second.
But you felt good. You felt good when he got up.
Yeah, but we still don't need him taking them type of hits. He needs to slide in that situation. I understand it was close toward the goal line, but he was still a little bit farther. He was like 3 yards away. If he was a yard away, then maybe. But yeah, those are the type of plays that scare me. Javon Holland needs to come back. That boy's a dog. And even Elliott, who's been a really good player for Miami, was out for a few snaps in this game, and he had to come back. So
we even also got Melvin Gordon back recently.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. And then Jason Pierre-Paul also got signed to the team, so that's going to add to the pass rush as well. But I'm concerned, man. I'm concerned about this team because the Jets got a good D line, and if it wasn't for a few play that amazing play by Javon Holland on Black Friday, who knows how that game probably would have gone. And Teron Armstead was healthy in that game, played in it. So Hunt was also in that game as well. So to me, bro, like it all relies on this O-line and how healthy they could play. Austin Jackson has been a miracle. And they paid him as well. You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden, you got all these pieces on the O-line dropping like flies. I don't actually remember a time where the entire team was healthy. Like, Jalen Ramsey was out for the first 6-7 games.
Yeah.
And Teron Armstead was in and out of the lineup.
And how did the offense look when they were out?
What's that?
How did the offense or the team altogether look when these guys were out? They were looking like yesterday. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
So but again, come on, Marcus. Teron could have played. He was 85%. But again, the coach said he's basically worried about February. Remember when me and you didn't know what was February because we never been there? You know what I'm saying? That's what he's worried about. So again, at the end of the day, if they're telling us that our people that could have played, Javon Holland could have played, but rather having him 85% over a mediocre team, let me have him 95, 100% when we play in Baltimore, because ultimately, like, we don't need to really worry about it too much because the Baltimore Ravens going to find a way to lose one game. The offense hasn't been looking like the Ravens, you know what I'm saying, these last few years. Lamar Jackson probably had like 20 touchdowns passing and maybe a few running. At this time last year, he'd had like 40. You know what I'm saying? So again, even everybody's not looking the same. They're just finding a way to win. They should have lost that game, to be honest with you, if it was not for a kickoff return, for a touchdown in overtime. But again, everybody has been losing. If Baltimore would have lost, nobody would have really cared, to be honest with you, because KC lost, Baltimore would have lost, and we still, would have been in this position. But we all still would have been fighting for that number one seed. And we still got games to go ahead and play. We could redeem ourselves this week against the Jets, what I think we're going to do. I'm not even going to really talk about the Jets game that much because we're supposed to win that game. Same like what we're doing right now. We're supposed to.
Yeah, like they were supposed to beat Tennessee, right? A mediocre
That's what I'm
team.
saying. And this is the best challenge. Have that bad taste in your mouth. You just lost a game that you were supposed to lose. You can't do it again. That's what I'm looking at. Let's see how they go ahead and address the situation. If they come back and mutt, gut, and slut shit, what we going to be saying? We're going to be like, all right, we're back. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I could play the if game the other way. And what if we lose? And we going to be like, okay, same old Dolphins. And, maybe we make the playoffs and maybe we don't.
Maybe we'll talk about curses and stuff like that. But again, we all know the Dolphins are all in this year. This team is not going to be the same team next year. Everybody going to have to get paid. A lot of people going to be getting franchise tag. And if ultimately Tua is going to have to get paid as well. So hey, it is what it is. I'd rather have this team and this quarterback and this 305 Mike right now compared to any other team right now. You see what's happening with the Jets coach. You see what's happening with the Bills coach, the Giants coach. Everybody's on a hot seat, this, that, and the other. So I'm not really worried about it. We can't be getting caught up in the moment. You feel me? The only reason why we really getting caught up in the moment, we're not used to winning, kid. We're used to losing. We're used to when the Dolphins lose, okay, all right, typical Sunday. What else we going to do? You know what I'm saying? Right now, they're having us feel good. You know what I'm saying? I keep saying that shit. Feel good like Holly Berry. Pause. You feel me? But again, at the end of the day, this is what we're hoping for. We're hoping to see these guys deal with the fuck shit, the bullshit, the C minus grade for a game and still win. And some of these games are gonna lose because again,
you say C minus grade.
Yeah, that was a C minus grade last night. C minus grade.
Bruh, let me explain something. Dog. This offense basically didn't do shit the entire game, right? Mm-hmm. We scored a touchdown on a pick six by Zach Sealer, right? And then we scored another touchdown because they muffed a punt on the 5-yard line. Okay. It was a miracle that we got that. And then we scored. And then they had another fumble, like where they just threw the ball to Derrick Henry. It was like inside their 15-yard line, a 10-yard line, and we scored there.
Exactly. So it's a C minus because you told me in the beginning our O-line is decimated. Javon Holland is out. Our starting linebacker is out. We're playing with a handicapped team right now. Our starting wide receiver get injured in the first half of the game. Our starting corner get injured. We got 3 other individuals on the O-line that's gone. Someone else is injured on the O-line, which is 4 now. That's why I give them a C minus because,
Even with all of that, though, when you up
Can't give him an
14
F.
points. 14
Nah.
points with 3 minutes left. 14 points with 3 minutes left. You got to win the game. You have to win the game. You have to find a way to win the game, and you have to find a way to get a first down. So that's why I say Tua is not elite, because an elite quarterback, I think, would get 1 first down, because that's all we needed.
I feel you. I feel where you're coming from, but we already know you can't expect that from Tua, knowing and seeing what's been happening when he haven't had an O-line. When he didn't have an O-line, he looks like a garbage quarterback, and that's any quarterback that don't have no time in the pocket. But again, at the end of the day, like, that's why I give him a C-, because with all the injuries, we're barely doing anything on offense, and we still almost won the damn game.
But that wasn't by us, though, is what I'm saying. That was because of Tennessee making mistakes. You know what I'm saying? If they don't make those mistakes, if they don't make those 2 mistakes, they're gonna win by more than just 1. You feel me?
Yeah, but I'm just going on what happened in the game. We're not talking about what ifs. If we were healthy, we would have destroyed the motherfuckers last night, to be honest with you. And that is not the case. I'm just going on what I've seen. A handicapped team with everybody injured, walking into the game, 2 more injuries to key players, the center, starting on corner. What do I expect to happen? That's what I'm saying. Then our wide receiver, our number 1 receiver, like, that's why I give him a C-. If they was playing healthy, it would have been an F. But because they walked into the game already with a broken arm and a broken leg, and barely squeaked out a win, then I can't really blame it. You're gonna blame it on the team, because they should have won. But I'm not gonna be so heavy on, like, damn, they garbage. I'm like, I knew that we were there. Come on. It's like asking Marcus to be typical Marcus, going and interviewing players and this, that, and the other, but you got both of your legs are broke. How are you supposed to do this? Oh, no, it's supposed to be Zoom or StreamYard. No, it's gonna be a little drop off, a little bit. He still could go ahead and tweet. He still can, do a Zoom interview. But the typical Marcus, where they know that he's on the field, videotaping, interviewing individuals, rubbing elbows with individuals, that is gone for a little while. And that's how you got to take it right now. Minus that.
Hey, yeah, better you than me. I'm looking at this, from more of a glass half empty perspective.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because them boys was up 14 points with 3 minutes left.
We agree.
And they couldn't stop a rookie quarterback.
We agree.
To drive down the field. Yeah, they got D-Hop, who I love. I still think he's one of the best receivers. But he was the only weapon they got. I mean, Derrick Henry is a shell of himself. He's not the old Derrick Henry, but still he got enough juice in him to get into the end zone.
No, but he's not the same.
Basically, they only got 2 players. They only got really 2 players and a rookie quarterback, and you let these guys come back on you in your house, Monday Night Football. All the energy and juice that was in that building. And yeah, I understand the injuries, but even with all those injuries, they gifted you the game. Tennessee gifted you the game. They gave you a present, wrap gift under the tree for you, right? And what do? You just stomped all over it like you didn't even know it was there. You're like, damn, I had this perfect wrap gift under the tree, and I just stomped all over that shit. That's basically kind of what happened, because with everything that happened, all they had to do was stop them from scoring a touchdown, or stop them from getting the 2-point conversion, or get a first down, or stop them again. It was just a calamity of errors. And I just don't feel good about this team going forward. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, because from a football watching perspective, they could not move the ball against the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans defense is okay. They're not great. Their offense is okay, not great. They're obviously a team that's not going to even make the playoffs. They're 4-8, I believe, maybe 5-8 after the win. So when I see that and I see the teams that they're going to play in the future, the Jets, I think, is probably a better team than the Tennessee Titans at this point. I mean, they put 30 points up on the Houston Texans, albeit they did knock out their quarterback, which obviously is a big difference, and they're probably feeling themselves, and Miami's going to be hungry. I think it's going to be a really close game, especially if the offensive line is not 100% healthy. But if Tua does not find a way to win this game, it's going to just re-emphasize my point that he is good, but not great.
And then when he does, and the arm of the almighty Tua prevails, I'm going to be right over here like, yes, I've been saying this right now. I've been saying this. So we ain't gonna really.
I'm not believing in the arm of the almighty Tua anymore.
Yeah.
It's all about
anymore.
I'm not believing. I don't believe in the arm of the almighty Tua anymore.
Yes,
I believe in Tyreek Hill. I believe in him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe. When's the last time you seen Tua make a big throw in a big moment? I think the last time was the first game of the season against the Chargers. That was the last time and it was to Tyreek Hill. Obviously, both throws were to Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not.
Couldn't make no big throws against Philly. He didn't make any big throws against Buffalo, and he fumbled the ball away against Kansas City. Call it what it was, but he fumbled the ball away against Kansas City in the big moment.
Look, man, there's gonna be future.
Who's got to show me more, bro?
It's gonna be future big moments.
For me to recrown him with the almighty, for me to rebrand him with the almighty arm. You gotta show me something, man. Show me something.
He gonna show you
blowing teams out, whatever. Because the defense has actually been playing pretty well until those last 3 minutes of that game last night.
Look, man, he gonna show you, Marcus, because you was one of the guys that said, like, if Tua can stay healthy the whole season, then he's a franchise quarterback. And right now, so far,
quarterback. I still think he's a franchise quarterback. I still think he can win a Super Bowl. But is he elite? If he's elite, he's going to find a way to win against this trash-ass offensive line that we got right now.
Things and people fake.
You going in and out.
When it happens the way I say, then don't worry about it. You know that I'm gonna be over here. Yeah, I see that shit. But yeah, what I'm saying is Wes is the guy that likes to throw shit in people.
Oh, I know. And hopefully that happens.
And don't worry to the arm of the almighty.
I want to prove me wrong, but like all season, I've been really confident pretty much every game. I was glowing with confidence in this game. You know what I'm saying? I drank like maybe a half a bottle last night watching this game. You know what I'm saying? I was juiced up, ready to go because I felt like, this was going to be a win. I thought it was going to be a tough game, but I didn't think it was going to be this slugfest of a game where we struggled to even move the ball against the Tennessee Titans. But it was just, like I said, it was just an eerie night, unfortunate injuries, and hopefully the defense can bounce back.
They're definitely going to bounce back. This week is going to be a victory, so we're going to speak that to an existence. And I know the Baltimore Ravens actually play the Jags.
Every game now on, I'm nervous, though. You know that, right? Like, I'm back to how I used to watch the Dolphins before this mid-season. Like that, now I'm nervous every game. I'm going to be nervous every game, every play, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not going into this shit with no confidence no more, bro. I don't have I've lost this game, made me lose my confidence in the Miami Dolphins.
The almighty Tua is going to build you back up. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But it's all good, man. No pressures. Mine a setback for a major comeback. But yeah, man, what I really wanted to talk about, I know we're gonna jump into Canes in a second, but you heard about or been following what's happening with P. Diddy?
Oh yeah, but it's been crazy. That whole thing with P. Diddy is crazy. P. Diddy's going down.
I don't know what's going on. No,
yeah, it's still cutting in and out.
Yeah, because it's the spirit of Diddy.
This whole thing.
It's the spirit of Diddy trying to silence me. But yeah, man.
Bad boy.
Probably that's why he a bad boy.